What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Quadcast, the show where we get real, get raw, and get loud about mental health, substance use, and the fight to take our lives back.
Each episode, we're cutting through the stigma, dropping knowledge, sharing stories, and bringing the heat with guests who have lived it and aren't afraid to talk about it.
So turn it up, lock in, and let's break barriers, spark change, and build a community that refuses to stay silent. You're tuned into the Quadcast, and let's get into it.
You can find us on Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, or email us. The Quadcast is always looking for new guests, whether you're individuals that have experienced it, you're in law enforcement, treatment programs, nurses, doctors, or anyone that just has something to say. Come share your story with us on mental health or substance abuse.
Warning, there's cussing in this video. If you don't like swear words, well, you're
watching the wrong damn show.
All right. Welcome back to the Quadcast for episode number 9 of season 2. This episode is When Mental Health Meets Paranormal. Today's episode lives in the space where the mind, memory, and mystery overlap, where history leaves an echo, and not every experience fits neatly into a box. Our guest today is Mallorie Brackenrich, a paranormal investigator with deep roots here in West Virginia and the surrounding Appalachian region. Mallorie brings a grounded, thoughtful perspective to the unknown, shaped not just by years of investigations, but by an honest understanding of mental health and its history. In places layered with trauma, loss, and legend, she asks the harder questions: what belongs to the mind, what belongs to the environment, and what may exist beyond our current understanding. Mal, you want to kind of open us up, introduce yourself, and tell us a little bit about what you've done and what you do?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm Mallorie Brackenrich. I'm 26. And if you would like to do the math.
What's your social security number? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't even know it. So I'm safe from all frauds.
Okay.
Like I said, if you want to do the math, you were more than welcome to. I started getting into the paranormal realm when I was 13 or 14. So it's been that long that I've been trying to find.
It's really not that long.
It's like 14 years.
Give or take.
Yeah, I started to kind of get into trying to figure out things then and kind of really dive more into it then.
Sure.
But it wasn't until about 5 years ago that I really went out, bought equipment, because everything I was doing was just with flashlights and stuff, which flashlights are equipment, but actually went out and bought the equipment and dove headfirst into it.
How many investigations do you think you've done to this point in time over the amount of years? Just a guess, man. Not just.
I do sometimes 3 and 4 a month.
Okay.
So I think the most I've ever done in a month was 10. And I'm pretty sure I was on my deathbed at about that point, because it is very exhausting staying up all night.
Yeah, you can never cut night shift. So what investigations do you normally prefer to do?
Hospitals.
Why?
Because I feel more welcome in a hospital.
Okay.
I feel like I understand the spirits more in hospitals, especially asylums.
Yeah. So this is your kind of place. You feel home.
I feel at home.
Okay. This is making sense. So when you're doing investigations in hospitals and stuff, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for anything that I cannot explain.
Okay.
I am looking for
Explain the unexplained.
doors closing by
Okay.
themselves, doors opening by themselves, disembodied voices, EVPs, like,
Yeah. For the fans, describe an EVP.
basically like a disembodied voice or sound or anything like that. For the most part, this is gonna be like paranormal investigating for dummies, so I'm gonna dumb down a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
you're gonna have to.
Any kind of, so I've got some of the equipment.
Drag it out.
So this is what I carry around a lot. This is called a K2, and it measures any kind of like just like a spike in energy. It's going off right now because you're not supposed to use this around electronics, because spirits are said to kind of give off like this electric kind of current.
Mm-hmm.
So this is used for like electricians. A lot of this stuff is, I'm not going to say household stuff, but if you work in blue collar, it is household items that you can find in your toolbox. But basically, like if you get it anywhere near, okay, well that wasn't a good example because it didn't go off, but if you get it any kind of near any kind of electric field, it will go off.
It reads.
So when you're walking through a building that has no power and this goes off, it kind of spikes in your brain as well that, oh, hey, there's something here. We should stop here and get out all of the equipment and try to see what's here. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
If it makes sense to you, it makes sense to me.
It makes sense to me because I've been doing this.
What else you got back there?
Well, we'll get into that.
Oh, we're okay. We're not ready for the rest.
We're not ready for the rest yet.
Please hold.
We look for spikes in temperature. I don't personally have a temperature gun because they're normally expensive. But we look for, again, if you're in a building, I like to go in like winter months because A, you don't get hot, and B, you can find those kind of temperature.
So when you're looking for temperature, or what you're looking for, colder or hotter than
either?
Okay.
Either. So like if, say this room is 80 degrees and you find this pocket of air that's like 50 degrees, again, it kind of spikes in your mind that there's something.
There's probably just no heat vent there.
Explained. But if it's abandoned and it's in the middle of winter,
the wood stove's out.
Yeah.
Add a log.
So like again, if it's a more like summer, you're looking for cold pockets of air.
Okay.
Winter, you're looking for more warm pockets of air. Or that's what I do. Everybody investigates differently. I will say that. Like I
don't investigate at all.
I have two friends.
That's how different I am.
I have two friends, Emily and Mackenzie. Shout out them.
They are real.
They are real. He has met them. And we all three completely investigate differently whenever we're around each other.
Yeah, it's like anything. Everybody has different ways.
We go into a building with we burn most of our energy in that first hour because we have figured out that if we run around a space, go joke, go laugh, we will find a bathtub in one of these buildings and get in it. Yes, we will get in it and start goofing off. We'll jump in and out of the bathtub.
You intentionally piss off the ghosts.
No, we give them energy because we want to build up as much good energy as possible. Because going around joking, telling dad jokes, we called Mackenzie's dad one night, and he was telling dad jokes, and we literally started hearing like laughing in the hallway, and it was the weirdest thing ever. But we go in and we look for like just the unexplainable, and we try to explain that.
Okay. Where's your favorite place to investigate, like that you've investigated so far?
That's hard because I have investigated so many
Where's your
bucket
favorite
list.
place here in Lewisburg?
I'm going to say this, and anybody that has ever watched me investigate this place will say, why would you say that? Because I get cussed at and called derogatory names every time I'm in there, but I love it. I love the North House.
The North House. So, for anybody that doesn't know, what is the North House?
Basically, it was a family home. It was allegedly, I don't know if this is true, allegedly, reportedly, there was also a brothel in there. That's a fun fact that I just found out not too long ago, and I love to share that now. It was a tavern. It was a hotel. It's been so many different things, but now it is a museum. And I used to be able to go in there whenever I was good with everybody.
It's a museum of what, though?
It's a museum of the North family. They were a very prominent family here.
It has
It's got Civil War stuff in there. It's got General Lee's saddle in there. Like, it's got so many different things in there. They have interchangeable exhibits. But the last time I investigated it, it was during their mourning, like their Victorian era mourning museum. And that's whenever I think I got the most activity, because they had a literal cooling board that somebody had made for that exhibit. And it completely spiked up everything in there. Mom had to walk out. Mom went in whenever we were all there. Like, I had a big group of us in there, and she literally had to walk out. Like, she was done. Like,
don't blame her.
But
I'd roll out. So, where's your favorite place outside of Lewisburg?
Again, that's hard. Like, I've been to so many people's like bucket list.
Where have you had the most activity at?
Probably Poasttown Elementary School in Middletown, Ohio. That's probably my favorite also.
What's the history of that?
So it was an elementary school, and it was allegedly, reportedly, a baby farm, which you could just take your unwanted babies there and leave them.
Okay.
But it was
Now you go to federal prison.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's illegal now.
Epstein.
You can't sell people anymore.
Since when? Chinese do it all the time.
Well, you can't legally do it.
Oh, yeah,
but it was at elementary school for years. I've actually met a couple of people that used to go to that elementary school, which was weird because I've only known it as abandoned. But there was several train crashes that happened right behind it, and several people died.
Mm-hmm.
And now they are said to roam that school. There was a janitor named Amos who is
good, clean guy.
No, he used to beat his wife.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly, he reportedly beat the lunch lady, which I think maybe possibly
didn't fix his sandwich right.
No, He
Bitch.
apparently he beat her in the dry goods room downstairs, which I believe it. Like, I've had to leave that room multiple times. Literally, both times I can't remember if I've been there 2 or 3 times at this point. I think I've been there 3. Every time I've had to leave that room because women are not liked in that room. Women are like not liked downstairs at all because of famous. However, I did give him a beer and now we're friends.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice guy. Likes beer.
I
can't disagree with him.
He likes Michelob.
Ah, my kind of dude.
Yeah, he likes Michelob.
We get along.
He did not like the craft beer, the Mothman beer I brought him.
Yeah.
He didn't like that at all.
So what's your most harrowing experience while you've been investigating? Like what was the experience that like scared you for you? Like being in these situations, like what's a situation that has scared you as a person?
So Post-town.
Elementary school?
Yes.
Okay.
Post-town Elementary School, Middletown, Ohio. Shout out Middletown, Ohio. I have a lot of friends there.
This is what's wrong with Ohio. That's why they can't drive where the fuck and everything.
Are we live?
No.
Oh.
I'll edit all this.
Oh.
No.
I told people that this was going to be live.
Well, I was going to, but I don't with the weather. I don't want to try to stream
I told everybody this is going to be live.
And then they'll get over it.
My bad.
Tell them it'll be published one of these days whenever I get all this editing done.
Yep. Okay, so there was
know.
2 experiences that I've had where I have left the building crying. One was at Post-town and one was at West Virginia Penitentiary.
Okay. What were they? What were they?
So you can actually, I think I've got a picture up there of the. I don't think I sent it.
You didn't
I
send
could.
it? I was gonna say send it to me real quick. I can put it up. Take your time. I can edit this part out.
I thought I sent it.
That's okay. Any of the pictures you want me to pull up, you'll just have to tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know what they are. So. And then we do have some questions that got asked.
So this one's actually kind of I would say this one has a little bit of a anomaly in it, kind of like a unexplained thing as well. Because the whole time I was there, I was having camera issues. And that happens a lot. Like, I don't have very many pictures from the penitentiary. Like, the one I sent you is like the one I have.
Are you sending me?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh, I got it.
So we'll start off with this picture right here, because this picture and this picture kind of go together.
Let me save these two. Or let me save this two. This file. Before I share screen. Okay, so this picture.
No, this picture first, because this one. So.
Hold on, let me pull this down to make sure I can. Okay.
All right. So this picture right here, if you zoom into it, you can actually see an anomaly. This is a child right here. That is believed to be
Right here.
Yes.
Oh, so this blurry spot. Right
Yes, we have gotten confirmation via some more of my equipment that is a child that showed themselves.
Okay, cool.
His name. This is not his actual name, but this is the name.
His name is Blurry.
Blurry face. No, so
Blurry Face, the baby killer.
No,
Oh.
he's a child.
Okay.
So this is the name that I refer to him as because I don't like to give out, unless it's like a prominent thing, like a famous person or something, I don't give out spirits' names for the most part.
Right.
So we call him Andrew. I call him Andrew.
You guys can see that a little bit better there.
Yeah. But that's not even what scared me. Was this hallway?
Oh, go back to that picture.
Yeah. So there's a hallway to the right, directly to the right. Not that hallway, but that hallway is freaky. Like
This down here.
Right here behind this red.
Yeah,
that's. I don't have a picture of that hallway. I don't feel comfortable in that hallway after this happened. So we were there. It was, I don't even know what time it was. But this school has said to have what's called a crawler, which is just a unexplained black shadow.
Okay.
So my heart's racing talking about this. Like this, literally,
Well,
this
don't stroke out. I don't have a first aid kit.
So we were at the doorway of the dry goods room right there in that hallway.
For you guys listening on Spotify or YouTube, if you want to see the pictures and anything that we share on the screen today, find us over on Patreon and subscribe to watch the video. Because this isn't going to make sense unless you guys go over there.
Well, I'm going to try to make it make sense. So there's a long hallway. It's to the cafeteria, the dry goods room where they would like store their flour and stuff. Because I mean, this is an old school. So like, this is an old school. So there's a hallway.
Old school.
Mm-hmm. So we decided that we were going to do what's called an S-2 session, which you plug headphones. And that was that. I break
Stand
those
by while we
quickly.
have technical difficulties.
So we have a spirit box here.
Oh, hold on.
It's okay. It's fine. We have a spirit box.
The problem is this is the screen that they're seeing. So it's super zoomed out.
Oh, look. Spirit box. Okay. You plug headphones into it. All right. I can explain how this works later. Basically, it is a modified radio that you can sweep channels on and it will pick up voices. We decided to do what's called an S-2 session in the dry goods room. I was not a part of that S-2 session. I, for some reason, was outside of the dry goods room in what's called the crawler hallway, where this black shadow darts across the floor. Allegedly. At this point, I did not believe that this was happening. I don't believe anything until I see it for myself. I'm just that kind of person. So me and my friend Will are outside of the dry goods room. His wife and their best friend are in the dry goods room with, I believe, our friend, I think Barry was in there. I don't remember who all was in there, but there were several people in there. And that's whenever me and Will are standing there, we're talking. For some reason, we're not investigating at all. We are yapping. We got completely sidetracked and started talking about something we were going to do later. They start saying weird things, like through the S-2 session, which whenever you plug in your headphones, you cannot hear a single thing. It completely drowns you out of any of your senses, except for hearing what is coming through the spirit box. So they can't hear what we're saying. Something was said to the lines of look down the hallway. We looked down the hallway and this black shadow, long, just huge, like it looked like a giant caterpillar. like one of those woolly black caterpillars, darts across the opening of the hallway right there to the right of that picture. Darts across it and went to go into the cafeteria. And instead of going into the cafeteria, it comes down the hallway towards me and Will. And for some reason, again, because men are men sometimes, men are the most scared in an investigation, I think.
I got so much shit pulled up here.
Will, like, I don't know if he tried to move me out of the way, but instead he shoved me in the way. And literally, I kicked this thing with my foot, and it completely turned directions. Like, if he didn't also see this happen, people would think I was insane. People think I'm insane anyway, but people would think I was even more insane that because I didn't have somebody back this story up, that this literally happened. Are you giving him a name tag?
How do you spell ghost?
Ghost. So, I proceeded to scream. He screams, and we run back to the cafeteria side and leave everybody to fend for themselves. I went outside the school and started crying because and that was only the second time that's ever happened to where I actually left. I had to leave the building. I've left the room, but I've only left the building twice.
You keep doing what you're doing. I'm screwing around.
Well, now we need to go to that second picture.
I just got done editing this one.
I'm sorry.
Figure out how to do it. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that last one that you sent. Those pictures or those rings are actually in the perfect area.
Okay, well, let me fix what I got going on here. Okay. Well. All right, tell me what I'm doing.
Okay, so again, it's you have to kind of imagine it, but there's a hallway on the other side of this wall to the left.
Oh, no, back up.
This is called the doll room. It is where all of the dolls, people just bring dolls in and leave them. Quite literally, I've left a doll there, and I have a doll from there. Long story about how I ended up with the doll. The doll was supposed to go there. I ended up with the doll. The doll's name is Larry. The crawler's name is Larry. I named the doll after the crawler. So the crawler is actually not named Larry. That's a whole thing in itself. But anyway, so there's a hallway to the other side of this wall.
Oh my God.
And you can see the hallway from that table right there.
This table here.
Yeah, that table back there. You can see because there's a
table?
door. Yes, there's a door right there on the other side of that blue wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I was sitting there at that table. It was probably 5 a.m. 4 or 5 a.m. And there was two people doing an S-2 session. Remember what an S-2 session is?
Yeah. We
drown out senses and everything. So they could not hear, she could not hear what was going on, or he could not hear what was going on. This was, the crawler incident happened the first trip. This incident happened the second trip. And again, if nobody else was watching this, nobody would believe me that this happened because it's so far-fetched. I was sitting at that table. I looked down that hallway, and I see a man standing there. And there was a taller guy with us at the time. So I thought it was him. I thought it was him until that tall guy completely turned into this black blob, this giant caterpillar again, and darted across the hallway.
Interesting.
I got up from that table.
For anybody wondering, this is not my realm.
No.
It freaks me out.
I walk past these alphabet blocks. I walk out the door that is directly right to here. I walk out that door knowing that there was something in the hallway, but I wanted to get out of there as quickly as possible. I walk down the stairs, the main stairway. I walked down those. I walked to the break room. I grabbed a Slim Jim and I walked outside.
Slim Jim.
I don't smoke, so I had to take off the edge somewhere.
Are you done sharing for a minute?
Yes.
Okay.
What's more of your questions?
So I think it kind of really get about that, just kind of generalizing what you do and what you've done and kind of your background. So how does the paranormal side relate to a mental health aspect?
Okay, so this is a question I was hoping you were going to ask, because I prepared myself for this one. So say that you are experiencing paranormal stuff happening.
Okay.
And you are experiencing sleep paralysis. You're already paralyzed, so sleep paralysis, basically you wake up in the middle of the night and you cannot move.
I've been there too.
Well, yeah, because you're paralyzed. But it is something like that, or you're seeing things, or it gets to a point where you think that you are genuinely schizophrenic or something. Or a family member has been told about these things that you're experiencing, and then they start thinking you're schizophrenic. Sometimes, an investigator like myself, I have never done this because I am not experienced in this. I am not trained in this. I'm not certified to do this. But a paranormal expert will at times be called into what's called a house call, and will be called over to your house, and
it's kind of like an intervention.
Yeah. You tell them everything that's going on, and they find out whether
in the movies this would be a priest.
Well, I'm getting there. Sometimes some things will be put into motion before a priest.
Okay.
Because a family member might be like, maybe there is something in this house.
You don't see that part in the movies.
You really don't. You don't before.
I don't see movies like this anyways.
No, you don't. I don't either. I don't watch scary movies. So a investigator will come in, or a demonologist will come in, or a priest, or an exorcist. They will come into your house. You don't go to them. They will normally just come to your house, because that's where you're experiencing these things. Unless you are experiencing things outside of your house, then you might actually, your family will take you to a Catholic church. And so things will get put into motion. You'll have an investigation on your house. If that investigation turns up with nothing, or if that priest turns up with nothing, you will then be sent to, normally you'll be sent to a psychiatric care facility.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of the Quadcast.
Remember, breaking stigma doesn't stop when the episode ends. We're building a movement. and you're a part of it. Stay strong, stay aware, and stay connected.
And this is the Quadcast signing out.